Hello everybody, this is Bench85. Welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 19 Season 2. What can I cut here? Oh, really? I can cut that. I'm starting to do a little bit of logging here. I figured I'd cut some wood down, stuff like that. This is the first tree that I've actually cut down that wasn't one of our normal trees. As far as that goes, we could cut this guy down. I'm going to show you too. There's a couple of them here. The cutting in this is much better than it was. Look at that. Except the tree drops. I don't know why the tree drops. And then branch clearing can get really weird. Although that one seemed to go pretty well. Except for this one. There we go. Yeah, there's one there, and that one's pretty straight. But I decided to cut down a regular tree over here. And it's a little bit more complicated. It's a lot harder to find where the branches get cut off. It seems to be working better now. Apparently when I press record it gets better. But I figure we should probably take the branches off, right? Oh, look at that. It's definitely working better. I'm happy with how the chainsaw sounds. Sounds pretty good. Let's see, we need to get this guy off. And I gotta figure out how the heck I'm gonna load all these up. I don't even know if this is gonna be worthwhile. But I just figured, hey, it's a good job for winter, right? It is officially below freezing. You can see it's 25 degrees. So it should be cold. This one, see, now it's getting hard to see what's attached and what's not. I suppose we can just try to grab it and see what happens here. It showed that there was a possibility of some precipitation today. Whether that means it's going to snow, I'm not sure. No, that one's not attached there, is it? Should we just try to put it on the truck like this? This looks like fun. I might just haul it in just to see what it does. If it turns out that it's not very profitable, then I'm probably not going to pursue too much of this. But I thought, hey, it'll be fun. Something for us to do over the winter. A little bit of logging. Obviously the regular trees are pretty easy to work with. Oop, nope. I thought it was that way. No? There we go. Great demand at the Carthur's Mill and at the Legacy. Well, what's the demand for? By the way, it's showing that our next animal is in 0.7 years. So that means that we are going to be getting milk here in a little while, which is always a plus. That is canola. We get a little bit of that. And then soybeans, which we have none of. So I may load those up. We'll see. Depends on how good the price is. So I guess my next question here, how many of these can I pick up by hand? So this one I can pick up by hand. Hey, that worked out pretty well, didn't it? Did that fall through? No, that's up there. Well, sweet, I can pick up some of these by hand then. Oh, look at that. Oh, that one didn't make it. So it looks like it's going to be a bit of a process. But the plus side is we can actually strap everything down. So all in all, we should be pretty well set, hopefully. Oop, too far. There we go, we are stuck. I don't think I can pick up any of these other ones. That one I can pick up. These I'm guessing are going to say too heavy, Too heavy. Too heavy. So we've got a couple of them here that we're gonna have to pick up with the bucket or the log fork. Come on, buddy. You know you want to get in there. I said you want to get in there, right? No? Hey. So within this is just going to be kind of a lazy winter episode of a lot of little things, see what'll happen. I'm hoping that it snows. It's not looking good. I may have to change the geo mapping for this. Like I said, it's a modified geo map, so I was just kind of trying it to see what would happen. The first year we'll find out how things work out, and if it's not to our liking, I'll just adjust them. Not a big deal. Oh, stay up there, buddy. I don't even know if this is going to work out well by putting these up here. Or taking them in with all the branches on. But I know you get a better price the more work you do to them, it says. But to be honest, I was just hoping it would be worthwhile just to clear the stuff out. But to be honest, this is a really big forest, and I do not want to clear out this whole patch of land. You know, if it was all straight trees and they're easy to cut and we can get a machine in here, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but not with how things are. Let's see if we can grab these last two here. And the nice part is it is a short trip to the mill, or to the, I guess it would be the mill or the logging. What would it be considered? The sawmill. Not just a regular mill, it'd be a sawmill. Okay. So that's technically all loaded up. Let's put the straps on. That little one did not stay. In fact, I don't know if some of the other little ones are held down or not, but let's just try to take it over there and see what happens. You guys can enjoy this trip, which is probably going to fail miserably. But, oh, hit the brakes. I can't turn. There we go. We should just have to go over here by the barn, because that's where the sawmill is. This is, this is a wide load. But anyways, I got everything plowed that needed to get plowed. I got everything worked up. I've got all the equipment away other than what I'm doing here with the logging. I may do a little bit of landscaping here coming up. We'll see how I want to do this. I don't know, there's a lot of little things I want to do, but we don't have the money for it right now, and I'd like to save up and try to get some more land for working stuff up. Wouldn't mind getting some more equipment too, some different bigger equipment, but we'll have to see how this all works out. So let's try to take this over here. So that's for sawmill. I think this right over here is for wood. So if I undo that, and I do this, will it allow me to sell wood? We got $7,000 out of it. Most of that was probably for the straight trees. I had 2 of them on there. I mean, it's a little bit of money. It's not a lot. Could definitely get some work done with that, though. Lots of thought. I may sell the stuff back. We'll see. I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to do some little more work here, and we'll see if it actually decides to snow today. Well, good morning, everyone. It is actually the first day of spring. There are leaves on the trees. My FPS is taking a hit right now because it's updating things. And I'm not kidding you, it is snowing. Oh yeah, I actually adjusted the geo map for here, and hoping that I could fix any issues that were in with the lack of snow, and apparently now I have snow. Nothing important on Great Demand. I just got the listings for the Great Demands. So soil temperature is just barely below freezing at 27 degrees, so we'll be able to start working up soil pretty quick, hopefully. Depends on how much this snow bothers us. I'm going to speed up time a little bit here, see if we actually get some snow on the ground. I apologize if it is choppy. Like I said, it is updating stuff right now. Cows are doing pretty well. Looks like we're looking at about half a year left, so getting into spring / fall of next year is when it'll be. You have noticed though some of these do not show yet. It's actually staggering the breeding of the cows pretty much to allow for you to get milk pretty much most of the time, like throughout the year, which is what you would normally do in real life. You want to stagger everything. You don't really want a time period where you got all of your cows lactating and then another period where they're not lactating, because then you're not gonna have milk, you're not gonna have an income, and that gets to be quite tough. So that would be not a good thing. I'm curious now, the snow's supposed to be stopping. I'm waiting for it to actually update and see if we get a layer of snow on the ground. And as far as I know, the version of Seasons that I'm in right now, I'm just gonna climb the roof here. The snow works correctly. So we'll have to see how this works out. It's really weird seeing snow and leaves on the trees. Oh, there's the end of the snow. And now there's talk about it raining. Or maybe just clouds, I don't know. But if you look at the forecast, there's a chance of some more here coming up. Oh, here comes the snow. Haha. Guess what, guys? It snowed. Just one layer. Apparently this has got a snow mask. Well, ooh, crunch, crunch, crunch. It may end up melting off pretty quick, but kind of want to drive in it a little bit and just see. Oh, it's slippery. The roads are not cleared that well, actually. But they seem to be pretty grippy. Try not to mess up the ditch here. Out here, I mean, it's slippery. For sure. Interesting. Alright, well, I'm going to keep forwarding time here. And hopefully I can actually get out of this wintry area and end up working up some ground here. Kind of making some plans for the future here is what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to let nighttime fall here and continue on into the next day. I think, yeah, the cows will be fine. I'll just have to give them water right away in the morning. Oh, that's funny. The boots. But I'll see you guys hopefully when there's no snow on the ground. Well, as spring continues here, it's time for us to start making some plans for the following year. Actually, like, not for the following, for this upcoming year. I kind of like to have a game plan set aside here as far as what I want to do. I don't know if this is going to be close enough. Basically, it gives us an idea of where we should be going with things. Oh, actually that... No, it's not full, is it? No. Just didn't want to grab it. And part of planning ahead here is also kind of looking ahead at how things are laid out, especially when it comes to animals. And the biggest thing that I see, especially right now, with not having them producing milk, I am not feeding silage, which, you know, I have the silage bales out there, so I've got a lot of feed in silage there. I also have a lot of feed in bales here. So I feel like it's better for us to sell them and basically reinvest the money into something else than it is to hold on to the bales. So I'm going to sell one load of bales here. I'm going to have to restack these. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I've got 44,000 units of feed here. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we've got 88,000 units of feed between these two right here. That's a lot. If you look here, it shows that we need 56,000 units for 1 year. So we have more than enough to feed them in 1 year here between the two. So it doesn't really pay for us to be holding on to these bales other than the fact that they're being stored. I also sold the corn off that we had extra. We really don't have much in the way of, I guess you can call them resources, but stored crops of any sort. We do have all of our potatoes, about 220,000 units I think it is, but those don't sell for a lot, so I'm holding on to them for now, especially for feeding the pigs. But this just goes into this hay barn here, if you remember. And there's a few things I want to do with this. Should be right about there. I don't know actually how much this is going to net us, so I guess we're going to find out here. 14,000. Well, not a lot. Not as much as I was hoping. That's okay. We will make do with what we have. Alright, so we are gonna have to. I'm gonna have to restack those bales. I'm just gonna hold on to those 11. I'm not that concerned. I do have plans for getting additional hay fields. And I guess when I do that, we'll just end up probably selling hay bales, which I'm not that concerned about. Or we can make a bunch of silage bales and sell the silage bales, which is definitely a thought. At least I can leave this running and just kind of fork the bales in, because they're in a really bad spot right now. I can't really get to them. So this works out pretty well. But for now, you can see here they're doing pretty well. This one's half a year away, 6/10. These haven't started calving, so you can actually see the weight is following whether they are going to be calving or not. So this one should be 0.7. This one is a 0.6, I guess. 0.6, 0.5 is pretty close. I guess it's just that one that's 0.5, isn't it? Yeah. Interesting. Unless they're in the process of changing. I'm not entirely sure. Health is up to 55%, so it is improving. But what I want to do here, this is my plans. I'm looking at buying, it's actually these two pieces of land together. If you look here, this is, oh, it's in corn. Well, perfect. I was going to, I wasn't sure what I was going to plant there. I was thinking about turning it into hay, but then I thought, well, we're going to need silage. So let's put it in as silage. Apparently it's silage. Interesting. Or it's corn, right? Or is this oats? No, that's an oats. That's not corn. Corn would have been this giant field that decided to die. Doesn't specify that, but I believe that's actually oats. Yes, that's how you change it. Oh, I think that was Discord popping up at me here. I thought I had that turned off so that when I was recording it wouldn't allow for that. Or maybe it's just for streaming. I don't remember. But anyways, we'll get, I guess, oats and wheat and barley out of it. Because you actually get it set up like that. So we may end up, wait, what do we do with that? I feel like you can cut that down and turn it into chaff of some sort if we wanted to. But regardless, I think I want to turn that into a hayfield at some point here. It's a pretty good sized hayfield, and it's close to the cows. And then this is going to get turned into not a hayfield, would be the plan. So we'll have these two hayfields here nearby. So I'm actually going to purchase this now. So we've got a little more land. The other thing I want to look at that we're going to need is we're going to need a mixer of some sort here. The big one that I want is 115,000. I just want the big one because then it makes it easy, you know, you just fill it up and empty it out as it goes. So we're gonna need some more cash for that. We may end up feeding just hay until we can actually purchase that. The other thing I wanted to look at is slurry tanks. These are also expensive, aren't they? Yeah, they can get really expensive. So these two are designed to be together. $21, yeah. That's a tender, that's the slurry container. These are all designed to dig in. So you could cultivate and cultivate and spread at the same time. So this one can be used to dig in, but it's only 6.2, which isn't much. That would be a thought. 30,000 plus we could, oh, that's just a tanker. That doesn't spread. We don't actually have a truck-based one that works for that, because this guy can't spread either. So we'd probably be looking at, this is the base model one. Maybe this guy. And the reason I'm looking at it, I can do some why is this running? I don't know why that was running. I can do some of the missions to get some more money. But the reason I'm looking at that is because we're going to have to start fertilizing stuff. And if you look at the animals here, we've got 92,000 units of slurry. And that might actually be all that can go into there. I don't know. I'm going to have to watch that because it should continue to go up. I don't know if I've shown. Oh yeah, I have shown this. Oh, alright. I was hitting the wrong button. Okay, it is still going up. Good. I was worried that it was full. Perfect. You guys are full of water. But that's a decent amount of fertilizer that we can then utilize. We wouldn't have to purchase. Actually, before we do this, the other thing I want to do is I want to look at putting in some storage for fertilizer and for seed. Because we've got this here, I'd rather not use the belts for it. In fact, we could use the belts for some other items. And we've got the space over here. I want to know if I can actually put it in. So, under miscellaneous, I believe. Yeah, see, we've got liquid manure storage if we wanted. So we could store 1 million units if we wanted to. Actually, I'm not seeing, I think it's under silos actually. Yeah, these guys. So this one right here holds 31,000 units, and it'll hold apparently a bunch of seeds as well as lime, seed, fertilizer, and I think that's pig food. Oh, and I can put it there. That's what I wanted. I wanted to be able to put it here. Now I wonder, should we put it out over here maybe? Let me turn my camera here. Yeah, I think I want to put it back here a little bit. And we'll expand that driveway out a little ways. So I'm going to put that there. And then I want to grab this guy, which is basically an oop. That was not what I wanted to do. So if we go here, and we find that that piece, where is it? Yes, sell. Darn it, I hate that I did that. I double clicked too quickly. Now we don't have grass there. There, like that. Actually, as far as that goes, then we should change this. So we want to go to a square, like so. We want, where is it? Landscaping mode, X. So now we're painting. We want to change our type. Ground type, tab. There we go, put the grass back there. And then we're gonna want pavement of some sort. I don't want it that far in. There. Makes for a little bit of a drive. It'll allow us to put some more there if we want. But basically what I want to try to do, and I guess I don't really have anything except this truck here. Let's check this out quick. I don't think I can put it into the bed of the truck, but what I can do is put it into the bed of here. It's gonna struggle pulling the trailer a little bit, but that's okay. So if we're gonna do this, we gotta pull these guys out. Let's set our conveyors up quick. Turn too quick. Oop. I'm not watching what I'm doing. And we'll put this guy, right about there. It's probably pretty good. And then this guy is going to have to go up in here too. Now we'll put it right about in there. Now if I turn this on, I cannot. There we go. Perfect. Oh, it's actually making it into the trailer. Sweet. But let's test this quick. Because if it works, I will continue dumping it into there and move stuff around. Oops, sorry, neighbor's field. So does this have an unload point? I don't want to start filling. Oh, no, I don't want unload here either. So do you not have the ability to dump into there? Or how does this work? Because right there looks like it should be the pickup point for it, right? So what happens if I start doing this? That's just going to dump all over the ground. Lovely. Well, I may have to read about how this works. Alright, so I decided to cut some of that out because it was a lot of painful attempts at things. Basically what it comes down to is you have to have it positioned in this direction. And as you can see, I tried dumping it there and it didn't exactly work out. So this is apparently getting loaded up with fertilizer. I will need to pick up the other stuff. My question is how can I see what's in there? Does it specify? Is there any way of knowing? That might be the only downside. Because I don't think it adds in anything here. No, it does not. 50 days. So, I'm not sure where that comes into play. But at the other side, I guess the other way to look at it is we have storage. And we won't know until we run out, I guess. So, it is what it is, but at least then we don't have to use the conveyors. We have a set point. All we gotta do is go and get it. We can use the shed for other things other than storing fertilizer in. And the belts will probably have another use somewhere else in the map. I just haven't decided where. But yeah. So since I'm cutting that part out, I guess I should instead say, yeah, we're gonna get into spring next time. We've got our new fields that we're gonna be working with. We've got a plan in place. We're gonna have to do some missions to get some money back because moving stuff around over here caused me to lose money, which I'm not exactly fond of, but it is what it is. We'll make it back. Yeah, you gotta be in the right spot. But it does work. And trying to think. I don't think we're gonna be replacing any equipment anytime soon, simply because we don't have the money for it. And I don't know why I tried to tab into it, because I'm not going to be able to tab into the belt system at all. I don't know. We'll have to see how much we make on our missions, what we're able to get to. And I would like to buy some more cows and get some more cows going, just because, well, they have to be 2 years old before they can actually start producing milk, obviously, before they can have a calf. And if you just calve them out, which we're going to be having calves here, we're going to have to wait 2 years before they get to that point. So we will probably put some money into them and get some more cows. But with that, guys, thank you all for watching. And as always, take it easy. This belt is really, really slow.